Side Roads, brought to you by Village Volkswagen of Chattanooga.
Welcome to Side Roads. We're in Athens, Tennessee, where we are about to take flight in one of the most beautiful aircraft ever built here at the Swift Museum.
The Swift Museum in Athens, Tennessee is a museum that's devoted to the preservation of the Swift airplane, the history of the Swift airplane, the protection and trying to keep the airplanes flying. But the Swift is a great traveling airplane. It's an airplane that has some history. It has ramp appeal. In other words, some would say it's sexy, and it is. It has great flying qualities, but it also has a heritage and it has a soul. I'm going back to an era. I was born in the 40s. When I was in school, I was drawing pictures of, or trying to draw pictures of P-51s and P-47s and P-40s and Spitfires and things of that, the nice looking airplanes of World War II. This particular airplane, the Swift, when you start looking at it, it has that same appeal. It has that lowness, it has a retractable landing gear, it has a tail wheel, it has some beautiful lines. Charlie Nelson, the founder of the Swift International Swift Association and Swift Museum Foundation, was from Athens, Tennessee. This was his home. He was raised here in Meigs County. We'd fly over to Athens, which was his home, have a gathering, and on Monday of Memorial Day, our Swift group may wind up putting on an air show for the community. And it was done on a volunteer basis. And some days we'd have, hundreds to a couple of thousand people out here at the airport observing. So this went on for a number of years. And then, so that's how Athens became the base. So when we come to the museum, we're going to see the beginning of it, of the prototype. Then we're going to see the first production model. It has an 85 horsepower engine, and it had a cruise speed of probably 120 miles an hour. Later, several months after they manufactured the airplane with the 85, they realized that they needed a little more horsepower to it. So we have another airplane over here where it was improved to 125 horsepower Continental and gave it a cruise speed in the range of 130 to 135 miles an hour. So once we get into that point, then over the years, the Swift has had supplemental type certificates that has allowed FAA approved modifications to them to be able to increase the performance and the aesthetics. What we have here is we have a Swift that's called a Super Swift. And this Swift was owned by Charles E. Nelson, who was the founder and president of the Swift Museum Foundation from 1968 until he died in June of 2014. Brian, if you like airplanes and you like history, the Swift Museum Foundation is a great place to come. Tell others about it and say, I have just been exposed to and seen one of the neatest airplanes that I have ever seen. And that airplane, looking in that hangar, looks so cool and so neat and so sexy, and it's saying, come fly me.
All right, folks, this is a classic side road. You're going along the interstate, and you just never know what's off on the beaten path. It is the Swift Museum located at the airport, the Ray County Airport there at Country Road 5 or 552. in Athens, Tennessee. The phone number is 423-745-9547. Again, 423-745-9547. Go to their website, swiftmuseumfoundation.org. But if you're interested in aviation, this will be a great find. They're looking forward to building, a new hangar, and also having a fly-in next year.